Welcome back to my channel. This is Jason Shine and this is the Unapologetic Truth. Today we're breaking down how illegal immigrants and even legal immigrants have infiltrated foundational Black America. They're taking our jobs, our neighborhoods, our culture, our politics, even our very identity. And I'm going to show you receipts. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe because the truth needs to be told. Foundational Black Americans built this economy. Our ancestors' free labor created trillions. Our taxes still keep this country running. But when it's time to hand out benefits, we're told there's nothing available. Meanwhile, immigrants get fast-tracked. Alright, let's talk about it. Jobs and wages. Employers bring in immigrants and pay them less, undercutting FBAs. We get locked out while they flood the labor pool. Housing and aid. In cities like New York and Chicago, immigrants are moved to the front of the line for housing and shelter, while FBA families wait years for Section 8. Business displacement. Immigrants open businesses in our neighborhoods with loans and grants FBAs can't even apply for. California's SEED program sets aside millions for immigrant businesses. Immigrants Rising Funds hands out up to $50,000 to undocumented entrepreneurs. Where are those funds for us? Triple theft. This is theft 3 times over. They steal the jobs, they steal the resources, and they steal the community businesses, then hire their own. Healthcare infiltration. The medical industry is another example. African, Caribbean, and Asian immigrants dominate nursing schools and hospitals. Meanwhile, FBAs are rejected or pushed out. It is not just displacement, it's harm. We've seen immigrants, doctors involved in horrific malpractices, a newborn decapitated during delivery, doctors intentionally breaking patients' bones, nurses posting TikToks mocking FBA patients or bragging about causing harm. Some even bring witchcraft into hospitals, putting curses on our people. Remittances drain wealth. And the money, it doesn't stay here. Mexico sent $68 billion home in 2022. Haiti, $5 billion, a quarter of their GDP. Nigerians sent billions back every year, more than foreign aid. Somalis, hundreds of the millions back home. FBAs pay the taxes, immigrants wire the benefits overseas. The 6th Region Scheme. And it gets worse. Pan-Africanists and the US government talked about making FBAs the 6th region of Africa. Why? To hijack reparations. The $1.7 trillion we are owed will be divided up across Africa instead of going directly to descendants of US slavery. That's theft, plain and simple. Immigrants don't just take resources, they undermine our culture. Caribbean and African immigrants bring stereotypes about FBAs being lazy or criminals. They spread those lies here. The media plays along, uplifting immigrants' voices while erasing ours. Erasing Black American history. In recent years, we've seen school boards and politicians try to erase Black American history. From classrooms saying things like, "We don't celebrate white history, so why celebrate Black history?" From book bans in Texas and Florida to curriculums right across the country, it's clear there's an agenda in minimizing the story of FBAs. Representation questions. In California and in other immigrant-heavy states, political representation raises questions. How can a non-English speaking official govern a diverse city effectively? And how are Latinos like Mexican groups in California holding meetings to consolidate city power for themselves while pressuring whites to side with them instead of supporting FBAs? These dynamics shape how resources get distributed, and we're the ones left out. And all this is made possible by the false label African American, a label that lumps everyone with dark skin into our category, erasing lineage and giving outsiders cover to play in our skin. The Congressional Black Caucuses should be defending FBAs instead. It's filled with immigrants and people of foreign background. Ilhan Omar, born in Somalia, openly says she does everything for Somalia, yet she sits in the CBC. Yvette Clarke, Jamaican parent. Joe Negus, Eritrean. Sheila Chirelius McCormick, Haitian parents. Richie Torres, Puerto Rican descent. Marilyn Strickland, half Korean. Some of these members double dip in other caucuses, Hispanic, Asian, while still claiming black. They push immigrational policies while staying silent on reparation. The CBC has backed illegals, fought for DACA, fought for migrant shelter, but when reparations comes up, silence. Or worse, rejection, because they know they or their parents won't qualify. Healthcare for illegals over FBAs. In 2025, during the government shutdown standoff, Democrats were accused of trying to slip healthcare for undocumented immigrants into the deal. When Congresswoman Maxine Waters was asked point blank by a reporter, "Are Democrats demanding healthcare for illegal aliens?" she fired back, "Democrats are demanding healthcare for everybody." Now think about that. When it comes to illegals, the answer is everybody. But when it's FBA's demand reparations, suddenly it's too divisive, too expensive, too impossible. That moment in 2025 shows exactly where the priorities are, and it's not us. That's infiltration. PPP loans. During COVID's, whites and immigrants got the bulk of PPP loans. FBA's got crumbs, even NFL players, millionaires took PPP loans, while small FBA's businesses shut down. Fraud cases. In Minnesota, Somalis stole $250 million from a child food program, wiring money back to Somalia. In Kenya, in Ohio, Somali groups stole $40 million in SNAP benefits. These weren't isolated, these were networks. Immigrant cops bias. Immigrant cops bring their biases with them. An NYC officer, Peter Liang, a Chinese immigrant, killed unarmed Akay Gurley and avoided prison. Caribbean and African officers in NYC and Chicago often treat FBAs worse than whites do, carrying stereotypes from their homelands. Even correction officers from Haiti and the DR have been caught beating FBA inmates while protecting their own. Crimes and escaping back home. Immigrants also have the privilege of escape. Nigerians running fraud scams flee back to Nigeria. Somalis steal millions, wire it back, and disappear overseas. Haitians funnel money and weapons back to gangs in Port-au-Prince, then vanish when charges come. FBAs don't have that option. We face this system head on because America is our only home. They can commit crimes, run home, and keep their profits. That's a privilege we don't have. Celebrities do it too. Cardi B plays FBA until she waves the Trinidad flag. Carly Reid hides her Trinidadian roots until it's time to uplift her island. Anthony Ramos profits off of black culture but thanks Puerto Rico. Even Mindy Kaling's brother admitted he played the race card in America, pretended to be black to benefit, and then writing a whole book about it. These people profit in our skin but never stand with us when it counts. This is layered in infiltration: economic theft, cultural undermining, political infiltration, healthcare harm, law enforcement bias, celebrity play acting, all designed to replace and erase foundational black Americans. And here's the conclusion. The term African American must be retired. It dilutes our lineage, lets immigrants claim our benefits, hijacks reparations, enable cultural theft, and even justifies the 6th region scheme. The bottom line, African American is a trap. Our true name should be foundational black American. That name can't be hijacked, diluted, or stolen. So as you can see, this isn't paranoia, it's documented. Programs, caucus infiltration, fraud, immigrant cops, celebrity betrayal, the evidence is clear. We are the people who built this nation. Reparation and recognition belongs to us, not to immigrants playing in our skin. And that's the Unapologetic Truth. I'm Jason Shine. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next one.